Hold up.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's Newsstand, and going into the year, I want to make sure I share some of my favorite channels. I want to give you guys some great channels to go check out, and honestly, these were my favorite comic book channels of the year, but that is not to offend anybody else that has a channel, of course. These were just the ones I really thought did a phenomenal job this year, and even some newbies and some youngins, yeah. There's some great channels out there, but I'm going to give you 10 in no particular order that you should definitely be checking out. The first comic book channel I have is Daniel Fee 33. This is a child, and when I say child, I mean probably 14 years old, but he gets these amazing interviews, and he has the cutest accent ever. He's absolutely adorable. He had on recently Grant Morrison. He's had on people like Matt Fraction. It's pretty amazing who he is able to get on, and he is a huge comic book fan, and it is really refreshing to see at that young of an age. So the next channel I have is Second Street Marvel. Second Street Marvel does a really good job of covering stuff I have no idea about, like the new Hawkeye series, because I haven't finished it, and really honestly looking into the Marvel stuff that I don't necessarily know. So it's nice and refreshing to see somebody who just loves comic books, loves to stay away from the drama, loves to talk about everything associated with the books, and gives you some great recommendations every single week. So next on my list of amazing comic book channels is a brand new YouTuber, I guess you could say, and it's honestly such a cool concept. I've talked about this on stream before, but I have Truckin Nerd. Truckin Nerd. I say it wrong every single time. Now, mind you, I want to make sure you guys know the links to every single one of these channels will be in the description, so you can check them all out. But Truckin Nerd is so cool. Like, he does these, he's a trucker, right? And he loves comic book. He goes around to wherever he is being taken with his day job and checks out the local comic book store. He goes in, he shows you them, he tells you a little bit about the city, and then he does a giveaway with every single video, and it is such a great editing, honestly, for being a brand new channel. Great editing. Like, I'm really jealous. But it is a giveaway every single video, and he shows you what he picks up every single video, and it's so refreshing to see somebody that just really loves traveling and giving free publicity to people that are local in that area. It's awesome. I absolutely love, and I cannot recommend Truckin Nerd enough. So the next channel I have on my list is Thinking Critical. Wes from Thinking Critical does a really good job, honestly quite amazing of a job of keeping news out, like, as it comes out. Like, you don't really have to worry about looking at Newsarama if you want the latest news. Just be subscribed and you're good. Covers stuff that I don't necessarily cover when it comes to Marvel. Now, my advice with this channel would be to stay away from the comment section unless you want a bunch of hate or a pin of shame, but definitely great with keeping up the news and keeping everything up to date, and even some reviews thrown in every once in a while. So next I have Comics by Bueller. I've had Bueller on the channel recently, and he is doing an awesome job. He's doing something a little similar coming up to what Truckin Nerd is, whereas he definitely does comics and coffee every single week, which is awesome, but that's coming to a close. So still gonna get the polls video where he shows you what is coming out each and every single week, but he's also taking his life kind of and uprooting it and going around and going to every single comic book channel in the United States. He's visiting also subscribers or people that he enjoys, different creators or different writers. Really cool concepts coming up out of this channel, and honestly, his poll videos every week are spot on every single week. So the next channel I have on my list is Comics Elite. This would not be a top 10 without Comics Elite. They do something very similar to Comics by Bueller, but to add to it, they read almost, because I did notice a few weeks you missed like newbie on stuff, just got a poke. They read every single book. They do a top 10 of the week, They do Skip It's, books that are not really worth your money of the week, and they also do Mess, which is basically like, yeah, if you're a big fan of Batman this week, pick it up. If not, you can wait till next. And I really like watching every single one. They have Drew, who's been on the channel before. They have Kyle, not Kevin, on the channel. And they also have Sean coming in and out of the channel. I'm not going to lie, I miss Sean being on there. But a great, great channel. So next, I have Blerd Without Fear. This man knows everything about X-Men there is ever, and does such a good job at covering it. Not only that, but he does get some great interviews. He's had people like T. Franklin on there. Great interview. I've watched that, and it's like you get to know these creators, and I think that's really cool. But if you're a big X-Men fan, a big Marvel fan, he covers Venom, everything. You cannot go wrong with Blerd Without Fear. So I have just 4 more. Stay with me, I promise. BJ Kicks. BJ Kicks is awesome. I love listening to him. He has such a good radio voice, right? And he also does a great job at giving you a different opinion. I found BJ long ago. I've told this story before. When it comes to the other history of the DC universe, he really helped open my eyes up into some things, and I am forever thankful for that. He does a great job at covering the Milestone universe. He does a great job at covering DC as a whole. He does, different poll videos, not poll videos, but his weekly videos, what he's getting. And he also does unboxing, which are awesome. Some of my favorite videos. So absolutely check BJ Kicks out. Next, I have Comics Breakdown. Now, Comics Breakdown also has an amazing radio voice, but he does review. This is more if you're looking for each and every single week, very, very consistent reviews. And he does a good job. He does a little review or his opinion at the end, but a lot of it is, look, this is what happened in Teen Titans Academy. This is what happened in Wonder Woman. This is what happened in Venom. And every single week you can count on it to be there. Like for Teen Titans Academy specifically, I dropped that book. I watch every single breakdown, every single one. So definitely a great channel. Along with reviews, if we're speaking of reviews, you need to check out Comics Boom. He, on Tuesday, every single week, reviews every single DC comic. And it is amazing. Like, honestly, I know I shouldn't, but I watch it as it comes out in the mornings usually. And I watch it before I read my books. And it kind of helps me decide what I want to read first. I know I shouldn't do that because sometimes I spoil myself. But Comics Boom has another, and I can't think of his name right off the top of my head, but he has another guy on there. They give both of their opinions on each book each week. They also recently did 12 Days of Spawn Miss. I've never learned so much about Spawn in my life, who's not one of my favorite characters. But I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to pick up like Gunslinger Spawn, right? I need to pick up something after watching all these videos. So absolutely phenomenal channel. And of course, this wouldn't be a list of comic book channels without finally Comics by Perch. Comics by Perch is quite a gem. I don't know how to say. He's a diamond in the rough, right? He basically is everything you could want to know about the inside of the industry, but also coming from a consumer standpoint. He has much more insight than the general comic book reviewer, but he also does a phenomenal job at looking at it from a consumer standpoint and going, look, this behavior isn't okay, or the way these customers are acting isn't okay, or maybe he just wants to talk about line art. Or maybe he just wants to talk about YA novels or graphic novels or do a review or bring his daughters on, which is my favorite videos. Not gonna lie. I love it. They're so cute. I don't think I'll ever forget when they did they had a review and one of the kids seen a squirrel and it was so cute. But Comics by Perch is a phenomenal channel. I generally watch most of his videos and they're all great. Like you can just listen and you don't have to ever feel attacked. It's a great channel. Every single one of these channels are great. but Comics by Perch goes above and beyond each and every single day. So let me know, of course, what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one.